Welcome to this video on manually configuring the default metadata settings of the OME module. I'm Arjun Prakash, software developer at Scientifica.
Before we begin, let me point out that customers who have purchased the Multiphoton system from Scientifica would not be required to carry out this direct modification of the metadata. All this would be pre-configured for you by the Scientifica team. The only scenario where you would possibly edit this metadata directly would be when you are changing some of your hardware and need to update the associated metadata, or if you are configuring the OME module on a home built system or on a system that's not been purchased from Scientifica.
To start with, the fields that need to be manually changed are those related to hardware, and all other fields in the XML can be accessed through the user interface for the OME that's provided, or it is auto-generated from SciScan during a recording. So the actual XML file where the default metadata is stored is found in the SciScan root folder. So I'll show you where it is. So this is my SciScan root folder, and in plugins, OME module, the OME default.xml is the default XML file. So you could, in practice, edit the XML file using any text editor, but I would recommend using Notepad++ because it's got support for XML. So that's my default XML file. And as mentioned before, most of these fields can be accessed to the OME interface that was provided, or you can, or it is actually generated from SciScan. The fields that you would need to change with a change of hardware, or if you're pre-installing or setting up a system from scratch, are as follows: the microscope manufacturer name, the microscope manufacturer model, then you have the light source ID, the manufacturer of the light source, model for the light source, the laser medium, the laser type. In the detector section, you have the detector ID, then you've got the manufacturer name, the model of the detector, and the type, which is a PMT in this case. And you would need to modify that for all the different detectors that you've got. And that covers the instrument section. The next section that you would need to manually edit is in the structured annotation, and specifically related to the DAC that you're using, the data acquisition system that you're using. And you have your analog input range, acquisition rate, and description of your DAC, which is basically a description of what your hardware is. So when you edit the XML directly, you need to keep in mind that the errors in the XML structure or syntax could potentially make the XML unusable. So please ensure that you only edit the attributes, which is the values within the codes, or text nodes. So the text nodes are the values in black here. So that's a text node. So other than that, please make sure that you don't edit anything else or change the termination of a tag or something like that, which could cause your XML to malfunction. So this ends the video on editing the default XML. For more information, please refer to the
SciScan knowledge base,
or feel free to get in touch with your Scientifica representative. Thank you for listening.